Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Wizardry VII. Long ago I mentioned it that I'm going to play it, and now I feel is the time to do it. First of all, in this video there will be no gameplay. I have to explain a lot of things. Okay? First of all, I used the Cosmic Forge to patch the game and do some other minor tweaks. I will go over the changes that I applied before some people complain, because I know people will complain about everything, but I want to mention this. So, bug fix. There was apparently a bug regarding monsters of the fighter type that most weapons deal double damage to the monsters of fighter type. So I could do a lot more damage to fighter monsters, and yeah, okay, I patched that with weapons and unarmed combat. The same applied to my character. So I could have just said, like, okay, I just patch it that my fighter doesn't get double damage, but then that would be cheating, so I reduced both. Learning a spell from a spellbook did not increase the character's mana. That this getting fixed, so if you learn, usually in the Wizardry games, you gain a level in one of your casters, and they can choose a spell from a different set of schools, and this one school gets more mana then. For some reason, when you learn it from a book, you don't get mana, which is not beneficial, so yeah, that is fixed. Something with the Bard's musical instrument, that it can fail now. I implemented this. Combat initiative was not calculated correctly and was not applied correctly. Missile weapons, apparently some long weapons could shoot bullets, stones, arrows, and bolts. So that is fixed. So only a bow can actually shoot an arrow, and a crossbow can shoot a bolt, and not like I have a stone slinging crossbow. That would be Stone Keep. We are not playing this now. We are not playing Stone Keep here. Okay. Hidden monsters can now attack everyone in the party, which makes it a little harder for me, but I have to deal with that. Some displays were not displayed correctly. Something with disease and poison string. Poison string, apparently your character was poisoned by, let's say, a level 5 poison, and this could get overwritten by a level 1 poison. So he had a really nasty poison. He was like, oh, I'm dying, and then a little mosquito bit him, and he's like, okay, I'm fine, everything is cool. So only when the poison is stronger than the current one that you have, you get re-poisoned. So that is something. Since a lot of these bug fixes kind of make the game a lot harder for me, I implemented that you can always rest to recover HP. Otherwise there were you needed a certain amount of time in between rests, and then the resting wasn't depending on your max HP, something like that. So I can rest whenever I want, and I actually gain stuff back, so yay. And the race Warwolf also has fast healing. And another one of the type cheat, which I made, which doesn't really affect the gameplay that much. It was just for my sanity. That you have a higher chance of getting good worlds. If you maybe I show the character creation real quick. But when you start a character, you choose your race, you choose your gender, and then you get a bonus roll. And this bonus roll can range from 8 to 26. And depending on this bonus roll, you can assign stat points. And this game has a certain amount of fight, like you need a certain amount of stat points, or a certain stat, or multiple stats, to get a certain class. And the bad thing is, and I hate this design decision. I would rather not have the option of having powerful classes at the beginning, but give me a set amount of stat points that I can distribute. I hate this idea that I could have had a higher roll if I remake the character. And the thing is, you have to go through the process of assigning your attributes, of choosing a class, of assigning some other skill points and stat points. If it's a caster, choosing spells, choosing a portrait, and only then you could cancel the character creation and start anew and get another roll. Yay. I personally think that's a horrible design decision. There's so many different ways of making it better. Either, like I said, don't have this random roll, tell them, hey, fucker, you only have 10 points no matter what. It doesn't matter how often you redo this. Or give me 20 points, and then I can just make whatever I want. Doesn't matter. If you want this randomization element in there, then let me at least randomize when you roll the randomize button, and don't make me go through the character creation. I get angry at the game before I even started it. So this increased your chance of getting higher points by a lot, which was just for the off-screen, because I already created a party. I didn't feel like sitting here, let's randomize a character. Fuck it. Fuck that noise. And, a big and, it only benefits me until I change classes for the first time. More on that later, on that process. In this game you can, like in Wizardry VI, you can change classes. You can make your fighter to a mage, if you want this for some reason and you're an idiot. The fighter, let me check. A fighter needs 12 strengths. So even if you start, or let's say it this way, a mage needs 12 int. So even if you start as a lizard man, who has 5 basic int, and you for some reason have 12 int suddenly, and you switch over to mage, you keep those 12 int, but all the other stats get reduced to the minimum that your race has. So a lizard man, for example, has 12 strengths, 5 int, 5 piety, 14 vitality, 8 dex, 10 speed, 3 personality. So if he for some reason had 12 int and 12 personality, after switching to mage, he has 12 int and 3 personality. Okay? So the high bonus roll, quotation mark, only benefits me until I switch classes, because then it gets reset anyways to either the class maximum or your race maximum, or current one. There is no minimum. And this game is crazy in that regard. Women have 2 less strengths for their race than men, but 1 more personality and 1 more karma. I have no idea what karma does. I didn't even want to check it. I spent 2 fucking hours 2 fucking hours over the race and class stat distribution, figuring out how I want to build my party over the game. I have no idea, that's the sad thing, if this is viable or if I'm getting my ass handed to me like in Bane of the fucking Cosmic Forge. I remember that game. I remember having like 3 samurais in that game and having no equipment for any of them. I remember switching classes like a fucking jackass. Whoa, okay, fuck this noise. Okay. Since I will be grinding most of the time off screen, I am not going to save scum level ups, because when you level up, that's also a thing, you can get randomized stat increases. I think only increases in this game. The older games also had stat decreases. So for whatever reason your warrior gained a level but he got weaker. That makes a lot of sense. Or he got dumber, which makes some sense, depending on how often he got hit on the head. Since I will be switching classes twice, one time I leveled my character so that I can start the game and switch classes. So I have the stats already. The second time I have to be lucky to increase my my stats to a certain degree in that some certain skills. You know, okay. Since I will be only leveling a lot, of course I will most likely level on screen too. Since I will be grinding off screen, I will use a party editor to give me the appropriate stats. With some rules attached to it. If I need 6 stat points, for example, in a certain stat, then I need to be at least level 7, so I could have save scummed my way to those +6. You understand? So I'm not going to make characters, or I'm not switching classes, when it would not be possible for this character to be that class at this moment on his level. The only thing I'm cutting out is the middleman of save scumming. Like, oh, I've gained a level. Oh, I did not gain the stat that I want. I load the game, do the same combat, and hey, I did not get the stat that I want. So I load the game, I do the combat again. You know why I make this rule, because you guys won't see it most of the time. And I value my time. I don't know, this is a horrible design decision. I hate them for that. It doesn't add any difficulty, it just adds frustration. Anyways, I'm feeling better now. I'm also trying not to use a walkthrough, unlike Bane of the Cosmic Fuck. Save changes and exit. Items and monsters. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Unlike Bane of the Cosmic Fuck, I'm not going to use... later. Try not to use a walkthrough. I have a map of the first area until I get mapping. Then I will stop using maps that I don't have. Okay. Now, the big question, why are you not using your party from Bane of the Cosmic Forge? Simple answer, I don't have it anymore. I switched PCs between the time I finished Bane of the Cosmic Forge and now. And I just didn't save my data for this party, because honestly this was so low on my priority list. I mean, I do make regular backups of important information, but not for save games on games that I played 2 years ago or something. Fuck that. There are some benefits, of course, of importing a character. I could, if I really wanted to, I could just stream Bane of the Cosmic Forge for a bit until I gained like 5 levels or so, and then take this party, because you can just switch your party over whenever you feel like, and having a easier time in the beginning of this game. I could finish Bane of the Cosmic Forge again, no, and get one of the endings. And then, depending on the ending that I got, I have some certain faction bonus and malus already attached to my characters for this game, and fuck that noise. So I just created a new party, start off fresh. I think that's better. Okay, to the characters now. Finally. Add character. We have Negatsu, the... What are you? Werewolf fighter. Negatsu's son? I forgot your name. Your real name. Well, not your real name. I don't know your real name. I think Negatsu's son. Was it? Yeah, Negatsu's son. Because he got a party spot because, well, he always asked me for Wizardry VII and Wizardry VI. So, welcome to the party. He is a werewolf fighter who will switch over to Bard and then switch over to a Lord. Lords are like paladins. They have lots of hit points, can wear really heavy armor, and cast some cleric spells. Why fight a Bard Lord? I have another character who will be a Bard in the beginning, and I kind of want to keep the Bard theoretically until the end of the mid game, so start of end game. I think that's the plan. Again, I already see me in 3 videos switching classes 5 times per video or something, but that's the plan for now. The Bard is a mix of a fighter mage, so he gets mage spells, and later on he also gets some cleric spells, being a lord. And the whole time he can hone his sword skills. So that is something. I think he gets sword. Or did I give him maces? It doesn't matter. Apparently weapon skills train up automatically while combat, while the other skills don't really. I think except of skullduggery, which is also something that pisses me off with this game, that they have these really strange names. Ninjitsu instead of hiding, Kyurijitsu instead of critical hits, skullduggery instead of lockpicking. I think it was skullduggery, or was skullduggery pickpocketing? We will see. Okay. So Negatsu, the werewolf fighter, who will start singing, and then he will be a lord. He attained royalty and became a lord. Okay, then we have Will, the Hobbit Bard. I think I will put him into this character slot, but doesn't matter for now. The Hobbit Bard, who will hone the way of the samurai in the mid-game, because I hope that I have some weapons for the fucking samurai coming mid-game. That was my main problem with Bane of the Cosmic Forge. I had like 3 or 4 samurais planned, and there is no equipment for samurais until the end game. So I had like 4 people just equipped with a fucking smile on their face. That wasn't really nice of this game. That wasn't nice. So he will hone the skills of the samurai, and later on he will become a ninja. Ninja. Hey, ninja. Sorry, Nianu. Don't kill me. I have throw mentioned here, mainly because I have multiple ninjas in the end game, and I wanted to diversify them. I don't know if I will only use throwing weapons with the ninja, considering he's a samurai before, and samurais get naginatas. I'm properly pronounced that wrong, and somebody will be like, yeah. But fuck it. Fuck you. If you complained about my pronunciation of naginata, fuck you. Fuck you, your sister, and your mother. Okay? Okay. So I had throw there. Maybe I'm gonna make him a throwing ninja, throwing shurikens around. Like, I don't know. Fuck it. Then we have Nianu, the fairy thief. it's kind of like the last time. I think she was also a thief there. Maybe a monk? I have no idea. She will turn from a thief to ranger and later on to ninja. Again, a ninja. There is a reason for having a fairy ninja in your party. Because there's a certain item only fairy ninjas can equip that is really, really good. Makes him really, really powerful in melee combat. Which is why I have the thing melee mentioned here in my character sheet. Okay. Then we have Falagar, the Draconian Alchemist. Alchemist is a pretty important class, especially at the beginning, because alchemists get spells like cure poison, cure disease. They have some itching skin spells, so to irritate the enemies. He will turn into a monk later on. Monks are a mix of fighter psionic. I don't have a pure psionic in the party because from what I've gathered, psionic pretty much suck ass. So you don't really want one. But monks are pretty awesome because monks have hand-to-hand combat. Like, wah, 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 and that is really awesome for some reason. And also staffs. So monk can use a staff, which means he can stay in the back and hit enemies with the staff. And he will also turn into a ninja. Ninjas are fighter alchemists. You remember, he's an alchemist at the moment, which means he will become our caster ninja. Yay! Caster ninja, fuck it. So, then we have Gilvin, the Cellpool Mage. There was a pretty interesting, I read some game FAQ or game facts article about the character creation, and he had a pretty good suggestion that bishops are making a pretty good intermediate class. So you start off as a cleric or mage like Gilvin. You switch over to bishop to learn higher level mage spells and lower level cleric spells. And then you switch to another character that focuses on cleric magic, so you have high level mage and high level cleric spells. Which means she will turn from a mage to bishop. Bishops have a little bit of a disadvantage because they have a heavy XP penalty. So you shouldn't start with a bishop. They will level up really, really fucking slow. And bishops apparently gain cleric and mage spells alternatively. They're alternating each level between cleric and mage spells. So the first level I would put in stuff in theology, so I know, and then I have to remember how they get the spells. And at the end she will be a Valkyrie. Her melee ability may suck a little bit at the beginning, but Valkyries can use pole lances and spears. So another character who will be most likely in the back of the party. I also made sure... Did I? Oh yes, Niano will be a ranger. Yeah, I did mention this. I also had to make sure that between each iteration of my characters, that they have a decent party. I will go over the iterations again later on, but yeah. And last but not least, Samuel. It does look like he is a mook, which is apparently something like Chewbacca. But he's actually a human with a really long beard that he just wrapped around his whole body. So even though he is a mook, he's actually a human. He's our priest for now. He will turn into a bishop, like Gilvin, for the same reason that she does, with the difference is she starts as a mage, he starts as a cleric. Both do bishop, she becomes a Valkyrie, and he becomes a samurai. Because that's the fighter mage hybrid. So while Will is a samurai, Samuel is the bishop, and when Samuel switches over to samurai, he can gain the equipment of Will. Hopefully I have some equipment by then for fucking samurai. And yeah, I also have to make sure that everyone in the party changes classes at the same time. Apparently the best level to change classes is level 7. Because you take as much XP from level 7 to level 8 than you need from level 1 to level 7. We have to figure out how this works, you know. One class, there are some classes you can actually easily switch around, which is the Lord, the Samurai, the Monk and the Ninja, because they have similar high-level stats. So if you remember what I said at the beginning, if you have a ninja needs 12 strength, 10 int, 10 piety, 12 vitality, 12 dexterity, 12 speed, and he doesn't care for personality. If you switch this character to a fighter, he will keep his 12 strengths, but all the other stats are reset to the depending on your race. And you don't want that. No, you don't. So it is a good idea to switch between, for example, a ninja and a monk have like differences of maximum 3. If I see this, yeah. Like a monk needs 13 piety, while a ninja only needs 10. But a monk needs 1 strength more, 2 int less, 2 dex less, 1 speed more, and 8 personality, which, with the exception of a few races, always have. So you have a ninja, you switch him to monk, you gain the levels, which means you gain your fighting stats, your academy stats, and your other stats, whatever. And then after a few levels, you can switch him over to a ninja again and to a samurai because he is similar, and so on and so forth. So in the end game, maybe I will switch around the classes a little bit more to squeeze out every little bit of advantage that I can. I also don't know if you need to grind. I read Steam, and some of them were saying, "Oh, I only grinded a little bit at the beginning, and then I hadn't have to grind at all." Some say I grind every 3 levels because otherwise the game is unbeatable. Others say you have to go to this place and then you can grind really awesome, and others say switch your classes before every bigger part of the story, and I don't know. We will see. We will see. I have this laid out, I have this plan, I hope it works. If it doesn't work, fuck it, I will finish this game somehow. Another thing, I'm not finished yet. Yes, I've been talking for about 30 minutes straight without even touching the game. I did play Wizardry VII when I was younger. I did have a solution for this game. I never finished it because fuck it. There is something. There are some, how do you say this? Other adventurers, groups of adventurers who also go around and do things. And apparently you need certain items later on to finish the game. But if you take too long, those other group of adventurers find the items before you. And when they do, you have to find them and either kill them to get the item or buy the item back. I think, at least I hope so, they can't finish the game. They are just there to be assholes. They just find this magic equipment, a magical thing, and then be like, haha, we will sell it to you for 5,000 gold or whatever. And we don't need it, but we want your 5,000 gold, something like that. I'm fairly certain there's no time limit in the game. That's like the least they can do, not put in a time limit. But yeah. Anyways, I've talked for about 30 minutes now. Again, real quick about the classes. So this is the starting party. We have a fighter, we have a bard, we have a thief, we have an alchemist, a mage and a priest. Pretty standard. After the first switch, we will have a monk, a samurai, a bard, so that's our 3 melee fighter. We have a ranger and 2 bishops. Ranger, of course, bow, pew pew pew, laser guns. And the bishops will also cast spells. Woo! And at the end, we will have 3 ninjas, 1 in front, 2 in the back. We will have a lord, we will have a Valkyrie, and we will have a samurai. Planned is that the Valkyrie will also stay in the back, attacking with spears and stuff like that, while the lord and samurai and a ninja will be in front, fighting enemies with melee weapons. That's the plan for now. We will see how this works out, eh? So yeah, I hope I don't overgrind. That is something where I have to be careful. Otherwise I make the game too easy. Making a Wizardry game too easy. One thing, which I personally don't know, do monsters get harder in this game depending on your overall party level? I haven't found anything about that. I do remember a video somewhere that mentioned this, but I'm not sure. I know it is for Wizardry VIII. Wizardry VIII has leveling monsters on top of all the other bullshit. I hate leveling monsters. I hated it in Oblivion. It doesn't make any sense. It goes against everything RPG stands for. You want to level up and defeat challenges this way if they are too hard. Fuck you. Anyways, I'm done now. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So, oh yeah. I should really make a script. I will upload this video now. I will start recording the game actually tomorrow. And I may upload later on. But I will stop now. I will not make new videos for now. I want some answers first. Maybe people will give me the answers that I requested. Anyway, so. And like with every first video, show it to your mother, show it to your best friend, share it on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, MySpace, if this still exists, and whatever. Okay? Okay. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.